Now, what happens in our hearts is that we get disappointed. We get disappointed in the way that God does certain things. We get disappointed in the people that don't help us along the way. But just because you're disappointed in people, don't jump off the ship and drown in the sea. Did you hear me? Just because people let you down, don't give up on God who never will. Just because you lost a job, don't stop trusting that God is my provider. Jehovah Jireh, that's still his name. Jehovah Rafika, he's still a healer. I'm still gonna get there. Some of the stuff that you're going through right now is getting you to the places that you ask God to take you, but you just don't like how you're getting there.
But Isaiah said, no weapon formed against you will prosper. He didn't say nothing would ever form. We'd never have times where we feel outnumbered. It looks impossible. God said trouble may come, sickness may form, people may do you wrong, but don't worry, it's not going to prosper. That's not how your story ends. God has the final say. He doesn't stop every difficulty. It may come, but He promises it's got to go back.
How could God call you to stay with something that is breaking? And yet it is staying with the breaking that produces the blessing.
The waves may overtake you at times. It feels like you're overwhelmed. What you're up against seems so much bigger. Don't worry, it has to go back. It's not permanent. It's not how your story ends. You may not see anything changing yet, but God is working behind the scenes. It's just a matter of time before that trouble recedes, that depression lifts, that addiction is taken away.
I believe God is taking you somewhere. I believe God is moving you forward. I believe that God has promised us that we will go from glory to glory, but He just didn't tell us exactly how we're gonna get there. So when we pray for something in our lives, we don't get to choose transportation. This is not Uber X, Uber Black, Uber Extreme. God does not let you choose the luxury of the transportation. And so Paul is doing something he always wanted to do, going to Rome to preach the gospel. But he's headed there in a ship as a prisoner in chains. It may not be your boat that is broken today. It may be your heart. It may be your business. It may be the number in your bank account that is screaming, you are broke. All right, so I am broke. God's not. All right, so this is how I want to preach to get people through a storm. Isn't that what we've been saying? That we're in the same storm, but we're not in the same boat. And you will remember that it is not what you go through that determines where you end up. Many people went through betrayal worse than you went through, and they're not bitter. And you are. Many people were disappointed more than you were disappointed, and yet they still have strong faith, and you don't. Many people are struggling with their daily needs more than you are, and they're less worried than you are about it. It is not what I go through that determines where I end up. It's not. It's who I listen to. You've got to tell people to stay in faith.